Hello guys, welcome. So today I'm going to teach you how to improve your chess. You want to get to 1000? This is how. So I'm going to play around the 1000 level on my 800 rated speedrun account. And I'm going to talk about the mistakes that people make, how to avoid super common mistakes that people do at this level. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. So I'm against an opponent, Chipsy832 from India. I'm going to play e4. Here we go. Okay, so he's played the Scandinavian. Here we just want to take. Oh, he's offering to chat. Hello, he says. Hello. He said hello. Okay, so against the Scandinavian, like Hikaru says, you just want to develop your minor pieces and get castled. That's kind of what you want to do, because you want to avoid any opening traps that he's going to do, anything that they have planned. You just want to put an end to that straight away, get castled. So now I'm relatively safe, right? Look at my position. Now I want to think about maybe kicking his bishop away. I want to maybe develop this pawn. I want to attack his queen. There's a lot of stuff now. Okay, so I'm going to start by attacking his queen. Where's his queen going to go? Normally the queen will go over here, but he might go back. Okay, so he's gone here. So I'm not sure what his queen is doing there. It looks a bit misplaced, if you ask me. I don't know if he's thinking about maybe jumping his knight in here, but that can't be a good move. Okay, so he just takes. Okay, so now he's thinking about maybe bringing the knight in and attacking my bishop once it's on this square. So let's just take back the bishop and see what he does. If he does do this, then I'm just going to snag this pawn up here. Common mistake in the opening, you want to avoid moving your minor pieces multiple times. Like, it's very common to want to bring this out and then bring this here and then bring that, like, but that's not helping the development of your whole board. You got to think about every other piece, all the pawns. You want to control the center, you want to develop things. So at the moment, I'm just thinking, I kind of want to play that. Maybe he wants to line up some sort of checkmate idea, but at the moment, it's kind of covered. Both squares are covered where his queen could go. Okay, so he's going there. Okay, maybe I didn't cover that square. Okay, so he's lining up a checkmate. So let's just push the pawn and stop the checkmate. Now I can even do this, which attacks both of these pieces. I'm still thinking about this. I kind of like that move, because then I could maybe bring my queen and then attack this. Let's have a think, shall we? So I'm thinking I could bring my knight here, and then he may or may not move this. And if he doesn't move this, then I've got that move, and then I can attack this twice. So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to move this here in preparation to take this. If he doesn't move this, I'm going to attack his queen. Reason I'm not attacking his queen straight away is because if he just moves his queen after this move, he just goes over here or something, and I take that, he can just take back with the pawn, and there's not enough punch there. If I put the knight there as well, and then I do that, then once I take this, I can then recapture that with the knight that will be on this square here, and then it will also be a check, and then I'm in a better position. Here we go. So let's just move the knight in preparation to take this. I'm not going to take it yet, though. Okay, so my opponent wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. So I'm going to go there, and now I'm attacking his queen and his bishop. Okay. His only safe move for his queen is kind of either there or... I mean, he can't go there. Okay, so he took the pawn. So this leaves this idea still open. So I'm going to take the bishop now. And if he takes back, then I'm hitting him with a check, and his king is forced to move, and then I can just drop this back and attack his queen. So now we're attacking his king. His queen's looking a bit misplaced there. I could potentially just attack his queen right now, but then his queen just takes another pawn, and then I would take it, and he would take. We're just going to bring this back and just attack his queen. Keep it nice and simple. There's no need to do anything really tactical. Just keep it nice and calm. Okay, so he just brings it there. What's that doing? It's just keeping his queen safe, right? There isn't really anything that you can attack there. There's nothing really being threatened. This pawn's still there. So he's maybe threatening to take this, but then I could just recapture back, so it's okay. So something that people at this level never consider is pawns, pawn structure. So at the moment, I'm thinking I could take this, right? Why would I just give up the bishop like that? Well, if I take that, then his pawn is in the middle, and it's an isolated pawn, which means that there's no other pawns on the squares next to it. So it's a lone pawn, which creates a massive weakness that I can then attack. So you know what? The bishop is strong, but I kind of like taking this. And now I can think about bringing my queen in here and attacking this weak pawn already that I've just created. There's even an idea of this and maybe forking the queen, but I feel like he might notice it. But should we just play it anyway and see if it works? So I've got a fork if he doesn't move his queen. Should we see if it works? Do I play the principal approach, which would be that, which would just be attack this pawn, or do I play the stupid approach? I kind of like the stupid approach. He's giving me the smiley face. Smiley face back at you, good sir. What a friendly game. Let's just play this approach. Let's just see what happens. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Will he notice the queen fork? I'm sure he will. He did not. He did not. But he made his own threat. So he's just rushed that move. It's a rapid game, a very common mistake. At this level, people just rush their moves. Don't go into a rapid game. Look at my time. I've literally spent 5 minutes chatting. and this dude is just blitzing out moves. So I could take this, but realistically, I should take this, right? Because if I take, then it's a fork of both the queen and the king. And then after that, he's going to take there, but then his attack is kind of dead because I can just slide to the side. Or if he takes here, then I just take back. If he takes there, I just slide to the side. So it's diffused. So we're just going to take that with a fork. Opponent needs to take more time in his games. Very common mistake. People not taking that. If you're playing rapid, make sure you take your time. So now he takes that, but I could just slide to the side and his threat is just demolished. It's all gone. He hasn't got any threat now. So now he just develops his knight like, hey, blood, how's it going, fam? My man's put an unhappy face in. Take your time, sir. It's rapid. I am losing. You are losing. It's because you're rushing your moves. I mean, who knows? You could have been winning this game if you took your time. Okay, so here I'm thinking, what's next? What do I want to do? I could throw in a check, but that's doing nothing. I think I should get my queen in a better position. Maybe I should bring my queen here. Okay, so I'm going to bring my queen out to f3, just because it looks like a good square for my queen. And nothing's being attacked right now. Nothing's being threatened. Everything's okay. I'm threatening to maybe check here. King's only move is that. And then maybe I can bring the rook in, swing this up here. There's lots of potential here. Another mistake, guys, that people make at the lower level is people just push pawns to try and attack pieces without considering the weaknesses that they're creating from pushing these pawns. So my man just pushed this pawn, and it just offers me to just take a pawn for free. If he didn't push that pawn, I wouldn't have been able to make this move. Again, he's just rushed the move. He's just moved to the side, so now I can take this pawn with a check, so I gain another tempo on this man. Okay, so here I could put in a check. Always look for checks. Always look for checks against your opponent. At this level, always look for checks. I think maybe a better move would be to bring the rook in, but I'm just going to look for checks. I'm going to play the check. If he goes here, that's probably the best move, but then I've got a check. Always look for checks. If he goes back, then he's losing his rook. Okay, so I'm just going to smack in another check. These aren't like the best moves possible. They're just normal moves. So now I'm going to bring my knight back, and my whole position is safe. Everything looks good. I'm up 9 points of material. My man's got 7 minutes left, and he's still rushing his moves. I think he thinks that if he makes quick enough moves, he can win the game, which maybe he can. So I'm just gonna close this game out now. I'm gonna put in a check. His only move is that. I'm gonna trade off these knights. When you're up material, trade material off. Be a queen trader. Be one of those traders, because this is how you win games. There's a reason that people win games when they're up material, because you trade off and then you have more pawns in the endgame, and that's when it's important. Put in a check. He's forgot about these pieces. He can only go... Oh, so he's giving me his rook for free there. And now I've got these rooks on the back rank, which are going to do some damage. Check. He's just giving me the unhappy faces. My man, you need to take more time. I'm just going to put in another check. Really sizzling his quadrant. Another check. If he goes on this rank, I've got another check. I'm just going to keep throwing checks at him. Okay, so he's just gone back. So now I'm going to put in this check, and then the final blow is about to be delivered with this bad boy. His only move is there, and then that's checkmate. Good game. Okay, nicely done. I'm going to give him a little smiley face. I'm going to say, take your time in the future. It's a slow game, broski. I think he's gone. Okay, so having a look at the game review here. So I played 88% accurate. Let's have a quick gander through it. So we played book. So like I was saying, just get castled as quick as you can. It's probably the best strategy against the Scandinavian. Okay, so it was an inaccuracy bringing out that, but I mean, it's fine at this stage in the game. So I thought that queen was a bit weird there. Already white's in a better position. Developed my pawn. I should have pushed the bishop away. Okay, so we trade off. Here it wanted me to make that knight move. Okay. Okay, so we keep playing. I stop checkmate. He pushes his pawn. Okay, so this knight maneuver was quite nice. So bringing the knight there and then waiting for him to move. And then, okay, so those were the two best moves. That's nice. So taking there is actually an inaccuracy. I should have attacked the queen first. And then where's his queen going? I don't know, here. I don't know, that seems a bit weird. There was nothing wrong with this. Okay, so I took... I'm completely winning here. Okay, so wanted me to attack the queen. I was thinking about that move as well. I was thinking about that. Okay, so then we trade off, isolate the pawn in the middle of the board. And now here, that was a mistake from me. So here it wanted me to just move my rook and just attack this weak pawn. I guess that makes perfect sense. I probably should have done that. But instead I took to isolate the pawn, which doesn't seem too bad either. And then I played this move, which is a good move, but not the best move because it's back to a drawn position. But opponent just blundered the whole queen. So it was kind of like a little trick, I guess. Took the queen, he took the pawn, slid to the side, and then we just carried out the rest of the game. Nothing crazy happened. It was kind of just trading off the pieces, taking the pawns. He kind of blundered. And then it's a mate. Yeah, it was a good game. I enjoyed that. That was fun. Thank you for the game.